I'm Benjamin Elizabeth. It goes all the way back to before my childhood, actually. I was born before ultrasound was common, and I was expected to have been a boy by all the old wives' tales, that a blue nursery and all that good stuff, and I was going to be a Benjamin. And I actually really like the name of Benjamin with my middle name Elizabeth, so Benjamin Elizabeth it is.
I'm Scarlett DeWolf, and I chose Scarlett because red is my favorite color, as you might have noticed. And DeWolf ended up happening because I went through a bunch of different French names that none of them sounded right, and then I realized I have a giant tattoo of Red Riding Hood on my arm. Scarlett DeWolf makes sense, so that's how I ended up with it.
My name is Nikki Nuke'm, and I arrived at that name because I am a huge freaking nerd and I'm obsessed with Fallout, and that is not a joke. I also like, alliteration with my name, so I took Nuke'm, I added Nikki Nuke'm. But there's an apostrophe, so it's not after Duke Nuke'm, it's Nuke'm as in nuke them. Get it right.
Yeah.
I was introduced into burlesque from Ursula Andress, Lola Le Soleil, Fondeling, and other burlesque performers when I was just doing belly dancing and fire eating and other performing arts, and they dragged me into the dark side, and it's awesome.
About a little over 2 years ago, I went to a benefit at the shelter, which has since closed, for Moncherie, and I saw burlesque live for the first time. I knew what it was, but I hadn't seen it. And a lot of my friends were doing it. I had no idea. And so afterwards, I mentioned that I was interested, and pretty much a horde of people told me that, oh my gosh, you're made for it, you need to do that. And I started looking into classes, and I broke my leg in 3 places. I went to Tora Torad's birthday party early this year, and I met a couple other girls, and we decided that we were going to start taking classes together because screw it, I'm dancing whether my leg is broken or not. My brain is in my boobs.
And it's the circulation's being cut off.
The circulation to my brain is being cut off because I'm stubborn. And so we started dancing, and then Sadie Hawkins started a little improv game called Last Faces Standing. And I decided to, why not jump in head first? I was going to have another surgery, but I wanted something to look forward to. Little did I know what I was doing. I got paired with Coquette du Jour, went 3 rounds, and actually won the show on my debut. So since then I performed with Cyrus of the South and a few other things. I've had the successful 3rd surgery, and everything's good.
Yay! A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I was working at Costumes Etc., and a man came in, and he had a clipboard, and there was a beautiful piece of very burlesque artwork on the clipboard. And I said, "Oh, that's really pretty. Is that yours?" He said, "Yeah, I run Big City Burlesque," and it was Kenton. King Rouge himself from times gone by, and so we exchanged information, and I became a part of Big City Burlesque in vaudeville back in the day. I also was starting a Renaissance Festival career, woo! And so I was only able to perform with them sporadically, and I like a lot of different kinds of performance, especially variety performance and dance and all sorts of things and improv. My favorite, and probably the weirdest as well. I also won my debut at Last Facing Standing, Motown Showdown, and I was up against my very good friend, the Chameleon Queen, in round 2, and Sadie pulled out the songs, and Meredith looked at me, and we clicked, and I was in this vintage 70s horrific green, awful suit, coat, and A-line skirt. It was insane, and I had glasses, looking very fussy and librarian-esque. And so the song was Super Freak. And so I borrowed a book from somebody in the audience and did an impromptu routine as a tacky librarian to Super Freak. And it was so awesome that I am totally going to turn that into a real number.
I think my best or favorite burlesque experience so far has been when I debuted my burlesque piece, my first actually stripped down to Pacey's piece at Ursula Andress's in Atlanta School of Burlesque. What was it? The
Debutees.
The Debutees Ball. And it was also the worst. Go figure, best and worst at the same time. But I was really excited. It was. I had my combat boots and I had my camo shorts and I was doing Headshot by Feed Me, and it was great. And then at the very end, I had a giant confetti cannon. I was gonna fire out of my crotch and it didn't fire.
Oh.
It was the finale and nothing happened and everyone still cheered for me and I didn't die. I don't have my website up yet. I'm still trying to decide on a funny URL name for it. You can find me on Facebook if you just type in Nikki Nuke'm after facebook.com. That's the URL for my fan page, or you can just type Nikki Nuke'm into the search bar and I'll pop up. She is on Gigmasters though,
Yeah.
so.
Facebook, Scarlett with 2 T's, DeWolf, all one word, DEWOLF, and email Miss Scarlett DeWolf at gmail.com. You can also find me through Sugar Tits. Tora Torrid started a company early this year, bedazzling pasties primarily, but we do costuming, we do hair flowers. You want rhinestones on it, we do it. I'm the marketing director of the company, so you can also find us through Sugar Tits on Facebook or sugartits.net.
I am woefully behind in my burlesque marketing, but I am on Facebook under my real name, if you want to put that on there. It's Amy Wachtel, A-M-Y. Wachtel is, I know it's a doozy, W-A-C-H-T-E-L. The T comes after the C-H. It's tempting, I know. Or again, find me at a party, I'll give you my card. It's got all my info on it. I am also a part of Sugar Tits as well. I am their seamstress. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles. And I'm also a member of Musée de Coeur, which is a vintage performance collective. We do burlesque, variety, all sorts of different oldie style performance, and it's wonderful. Coeur is C-O-E-U-R, and Musée is M-U-S-E-E. And Musée de Coeur is, I'm sure they have a website and a Facebook. Just Google Musée de Coeur, it'll come up, I promise.